Hi everyone, this is CherryEnchantress, and this is your daily dust for Sunday, December 10th if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It is a timeless reading. So this is part of my silver and gold, like decorations on a tree, ornaments reading, mostly metallic decks. So I've gone through a few silver and gold alternating, and I got a beautiful aqua blue one yesterday, and today we got another beautiful one with this tarot animal, another beautiful metallic edge deck in purple. Isn't this gorgeous? So pretty. Okay, so can you see ornaments that look like that? Yes, you can. I actually have them all on my tree right now. I usually have a few purple ones hanging around my altar, but I got them all on my tree. This deck is so beautiful too that it's got this beautiful foil on the back side, and it's all animals, and it's a collective artist deck, so it's multiple artists collaborated for this deck, which is really cool. It comes with it comes with a book, but the book is bigger than the deck, so I can't actually fit the book in the box. And the definitions are really great and everything, but I'm going to just intuitively get a message this time. Okay. So you pull from the middle and get 3 cards for a collective reading. We have the Page of Swords. Here comes the pages again. And the King of Cups. That's my boyfriend. And so the court cards are coming out. It's very courtly. And the 7 of Swords. Uh-oh. I like the little raccoons. So they've come out before. Like they're sneaky. They like to come out. Okay. But look at black and white. Makes me think of Gizmo. I'm going to zoom on in and get a message for you. This one my son got me for Christmas 2 years ago. Yes. So the Page of Swords is showing a lizard. And the lizard has a sword, and he's doing that thing with his neck, which I feel attracts the females, right? This person, whoever this is, whether it's you or somebody you know, is one of those people that has a mind that's very attractive to you. I feel like, much like my person, who's a King of Cups, could represent this aspect of him that's connected to cups. So there's a person here who is both sweet and sensitive and sentimental, and also very intelligent and thoughtful and intellectual, and that can represent you. And the King of Cups is mature in an emotional way, and most of the kings are very stationary, so they don't do a lot of moving about. They kind of stay in position, and they attract, and they have people who follow them and people who support them, as a king would. They're subjects. So the king doesn't have to do too much because he is kind of like the CEO. He sort of delegates and oversees things. He has authority. This could be having something to do with business too, with work, but it can either be love or business. But because of cups being here, it does feel like it's a love energy coming through, somebody who's very steady and stable, and who wants to provide that kind of love energy for you and with you. And I feel like they're using sort of whatever method they can to tell you. The page representing communication, maybe their style of communicating. Maybe they're like a water sign with Mercury in an air sign, so they may not be very fluid or fanciful in the things they say. Maybe they're more matter of fact, but if their love language is words of affirmation, it may be kind of hard to decipher sometimes for you, possibly. But I feel like there is definite need for more communication here, or a need to listen as for when he speaks, or the other way around. He needs to listen to you as you speak. It can also represent that the Page of Swords is learning something new. So like always learning. This could represent learning about relationships, or learning how to, instead of manipulating, learning positive things on how to relate to each other, how to talk to each other, how to open the lines of communication. But with the Seven of Swords, so in pertaining to this reading, this is giving me vibes that there's going to be, that somebody's trying to get your attention through a different method. Like, read between the lines, or see, I'm trying to tell you this, can't you see what I'm saying here? And there's this kind of like, instead of being completely direct, it's being indirect. So that's what Seven of Swords is giving me in this reading. Not so much deceptive, possibly hiding a few things, but mostly being sort of indirect, being in a way that they're not full out saying, I love you, but saying something like, when you're near me, I feel warm and fuzzy, and you know, love is a nice thing, and but not actually saying I love you, you know, or something like that. Or you know, like, I want, you know, if somebody wants to get married, and I mean, it could be just like a lot of talking without actually getting to the point. And I feel like the Seven of Swords represent you just being left to wonder a little bit. So it's an interesting mix of things, because on the one hand, I feel like a person here is very mature, very sturdy and strong and stable, and a very emotionally loving and mature person. But their communication style can be either misinterpreted, or something about the way that they're trying to express something to you is not direct enough. It's not solid enough. It's not tangible enough. Because it's in the swords category, it's air, so there's an elusiveness to it that makes you have to sort through the words to get to the message, instead of just having a straightforward, like a fire sign message. I think if there's a couple here that's dealing with a communication situation, somebody could benefit from some fire energy. You know, just be bold and say something passionately from the gut, right? There's the gut energy, there's the heart energy, and then there's the head energy. The heart energy is doing really good. It's just the heart energy in that, you know, transmitting from heart to throat chakra, or heart to voice, sometimes is not doing so great, I feel. So it's important to, whoever it is that's out there, whether it's you or your person, somebody's got to you know, like, express themselves from their gut energy. No matter how, you know, like a Sagittarius will do it and may regret it sometimes, stick their foot in their mouth, but at least it's an honesty. A lot of people may not like that because it makes them, you know, maybe it feels like it hurts their feelings. But I think in big picture, when you, even in a moment where you think your feelings will be hurt, you can see see more. You can see the truth behind what a person is telling you, which to me is way better than if you tell somebody something that you think that they want to hear, which to me is like Seven of Swords energy. Talking to a person in a way you think that they want to hear. It still may have threads of truth in it, you know, it's just choosing certain things to highlight and not addressing the other things. So it's important to like say everything, even if it hurts feelings, because people have got to know stuff. There's stuff that's still hidden. And why is it hidden? Why isn't this up out in the surface for each other to view and to understand, you know? You may not come to an agreement, you may not see eye to eye initially or ever, but it's important to know each other's points of view and position in things, you know? And so lay it all out. I feel like there is a couple here that's very strong, and honesty is not going to separate them. Honesty is not going to tear them apart. Dishonesty can tear them apart. The hiding parts of yourself will tear apart a connection. Not being fully open, not being vulnerable enough, not trusting another person to tell them everything you need to tell them. That's the kind of thing, that's the kind of deception that happens in some connections that causes trouble, right? If you have trouble expressing yourself and you don't know how to talk to your person, then try to find a counselor to help you get past that, the thing that's holding you back, you know, get past that thing that's keeping you from saying everything that needs to be said. You know, say what you mean to say. And I promise you that your person will be very grateful for that, because your person is that kind of person that wants to know everything. You can't make decisions based on only half of the truth or a portion of the feelings. Then it's such a surface connection. There's no depth to it, and it feels fake. It almost feels like a play or something that's imaginary or elusive, and it's not. It doesn't have the depth or the stick. You know, it's like the what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't have the authenticity threaded through it. So don't try to just smooth things over or placate people by just saying what you think that they want to hear. Say what you mean to say. And I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.